think my name's Apollo. I don't really know who I am anymore. I lost myself in this apocalypse. But I lost something even more important to me in this apocalypse. The sort of loss that changes a man. Make you do things you thought you couldn't do. Makes you learn things. But if there's anything I learned from this apocalypse, I learned this shit ain't for everybody. What's up, viewers? It's me, your boy Apollo, and I'm bringing you another Last of Us video. But today's video is about 5 things I'd want to see in The Last of Us 2. If you agree or like any of my ideas or concepts, feel free to give it a like or share it with your friends. Or if you have any concepts I might have missed or any ones you disagree with that I've listed in this video, feel free to leave a comment. And please leave likes, as likes actually help a channel grow. Not just views and not just subscriptions. Yes, both is good, but the likes help a whole lot. First off, number 5 on my list is one that's kind of simple and one that's kind of expected for the sequel to a game like The Last of Us. I want even more craftable weapons and, should I say, traps based on location. So basically what that means is, yes, we get the typical crafted weapons we have in the first one, times 2, we get even more access to different items. Because of course, Joel and Ellie would be a lot smarter by now, so they'd know a lot more weapons they could build and be even more creative. But what I mean by location-based traps is basically, say we're in this city, and of course there's buildings and cars and etc. all over. Why can't they build a small trap that leak the gasoline from a car and create a little fire pit that stop zombies or whatever from coming through? Well, they wouldn't stop them, they'd run into the fire and probably die. But why not be able to create traps like that? Or be able to hook up a small bomb to a fire hydrant, blow off the lid, send water everywhere, and electrocute enemies that are walking past the fallen telephone pole or something like that. Just, I want a lot more creativity combined with location. So not only can we craft weapons and etc., we can also apply them to the location and etc. So say we have a enemy faction like the Fireflies are trying to hunt down Ellie again, and they're walking by, like navigating through cars with their flashlights looking for you. You should be able to use something to activate a car alarm, which would attract clickers to their area, but possibly you too, but that would be the risk of using something of that sort. Or say you're in the woods again, I'm pretty sure you'd probably find a bear trap or something laying around in the area. You never really know. But I just want to see a lot more freedom with the things we craft and more interactions with the location. I want the location to be important, just as important as everything we have in our inventory. As for number 4 is very simple, but I'm more than sure plenty of people agree with me on this one. Number 4 is more of Ellie's singing.
I'll walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
In the trailer, which I also reacted to if you haven't seen it, it starts off a little quiet and you hear a nice little strum of the guitar, and then a familiar voice comes across, and of course it's Ellie, and she's singing a pretty dark song, but singing it well, and it's pretty interesting if you listen to the lyrics, and it sparks plenty of creativity. Like, number 1, where'd she learn to sing? Number 2, where'd she get her guitar? Number 3, when is her album coming out? And I'm telling you, if she ever did drop an album, she replacing Taylor Swift. Society ever put itself together, I'm promising you, Ellie is replacing Taylor Swift. Believe it or not, Last of Us 3, Ellie's album is going to be the last album Taylor Swift going to hear, because she's not going to hear her next one because her career gone. If she's not dead already, she probably click her or something. But Ellie's singing scene, all jokes aside, was very chilling and only made me want the game even more, because Ellie as a whole is already a very interesting character who developed quite well through the first Last of Us. And there's a lot more we didn't get to see between the first one and the last one, because I'm assuming there's a time jump because she looked like she got older. And there's no telling how much she's changed in now. Now on to number 3. A little more serious topic than the first two. Basically, with number 3 is more about player choice. The first Last of Us sort of gave you player choice, but hardly any of it was important. Actually, if I think correctly, I think all of it was actually minor. None of it carried any real consequences. But with games that handle these sort of topics, especially with the large amount of gravity on individual lives in The Last of Us, I think player choices should affect the game dramatically. I'm not saying turn the game into a telltale, but I'm saying player choices should have at least some sort of long-term effect on how the duration of the game will continue, such as making certain choices can cause the death of certain characters, or there could be some sort of emotional effect or emotional response to certain choices that make certain characters act a certain way, such as Joel making choices that Ellie might not like, and that temporarily stagnating their relationship. Though there can be several interesting player choices in The Last of Us, especially with the intensity of the first game. I think it can be even deeper in the sequel. So that is number 3. Now on to number 2. Another very heavy topic, not really, more so something personal actually. I was thinking, with The Last of Us being focused on 2 characters, why isn't it 2 players? And I know there's moments in the game where Joel and Ellie might be separated, and of course those moments wouldn't be able to be 2 players, but I believe some sort of multiplayer can function in the game. Clearly the functionality between Ellie and Joel are focused on cooperation between both of them, because one can't completely survive without the other. They both basically need each other on an emotional and psychological level, and then not only that, on a survival level and needing someone to watch your back. Why can't I have my friend watch my back instead of just watch me play if he happens to be there at the time? Or even if it's online. Like if I'm playing on my PlayStation, why can't my other friend who's playing on his PlayStation play as well? Something sort of that simple, since it's all cooperative. That can be similar to the way cooperation works on Resident Evil, but definitely not the same. Definitely don't want it to be the same, because you're way too dependent on the other person when it comes to Resident Evil. Though I believe that the functionality on The Last of Us will work almost flawlessly. But somebody had sent me a message to clip what I'm doing. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, but I believe it definitely be worked well with The Last of Us, because imagine you're out of a certain supply, you're in a situation where you definitely need it. You might have a partner who can craft better than you, more creative with crafting than you are, and have something that can help you last second. And of course, it'd just be fun to be able to play with friends, because multiplayer is one of the bigger things out now. Single player, story-based games are sort of the craze also, but with a game as intense as The Last of Us, it's something that you'd play through and talk about with your friends, but why not be able to play it with your friends? And there's several other multiplayer features that can be added to the game. I even found a Reddit that includes a lot of these. If you'd like to check that out, I left the link in the description. Now, as for number 1, number 1 is simple, and I'm pretty sure it's something that everybody wants. Basically, I want to know what's happened between the first game and now. Whether we get a few flashbacks or we play through it, I just want to see it. Like, what happened after they escaped the fireflies and then made that stop at wherever they ended up when the car stopped running. That's all I really want to see. That's the most important part. Like, what's happened to Ellie and Joel between their escape of the fireflies and now, and how has it affected them, and how has it changed them. Other than that, not too much else I want to see, but these are the 5 most important things out of everything I did want to see. Hey, if you liked any of these, or if you didn't like them, comment, let me know. But if you did, hit me with a like, because a like actually helps the channels grow. And if you want to see even more content, because I'm going to keep it coming, please subscribe. This has been your boy Apollo, and I'm out of here.